Good morning, everybody. Thomas here from the Three Buff Guys, joined here by my dad, Richard. Had a little bit of technical issues, so sorry if we're a little bit late to the game today. How are you doing, Paul? How was your week?
Week has been okay. I've got myself a new laptop yesterday, and I didn't bother to configure it until a few minutes ago, and that's why things aren't so great.
Yep.
But overall, starting to feel a little bit better from my sickness over the last couple of weeks now. Still tired, still don't have much energy, but definitely still surviving. So I can't complain.
Good.
What about you? Tell me about your week.
Oh, I feel great. I'm excited. As you guys probably know, got a lot of exciting things coming up in my life. Moving into my first house with my fiance, so life's on a really good track right now. I have to go into dental surgery this coming week, but I feel confident about it. But overall, just a really, really good week. And yeah, happy to be here as always.
This channel's about getting fit, getting healthy, and losing weight. But I think having a couple of motors pulled isn't really the best way to lose weight. Okay, so
yeah, I like
to adjust that.
The extremes.
Okay, all right then. So I lost last week's presentation, so I've had to catch up a little bit late. I've lost your steps and I've lost William's steps as well, but I've put mine together and I'm up and above. Well, I'm close to 3,100 now, so certainly getting on there, making good progress. The last week has been a fair week.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the exercise each day, I've been doing it. I've not been doing any videos or anything. I've just been doing the walking, and it's been hard.
Right.
But I'm certainly keeping up with it.
Good.
There was one day this week where it was 9 o'clock in the evening, and I still had 10,000 steps to do. That was a hard day. So your mum said, no, let's leave it. Leave it, it's fine. But I think I've got about a streak of 160 days now, so I wasn't going to give up.
No.
Just for the sake of that. So
good. Yeah, absolutely.
But like I said, this is an old presentation, so the challenge that I've got here is an old one. But I can talk a little bit about this. What went well this week? Overall, I kept moving.
Yeah.
There were days when I felt good. Other days when I don't feel so good. The good side is that when I sit down and do nothing, I start to feel worse than I do when I'm moving. So that tends to help me keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
If I refer back to these goals, these were back from the 8th of August. Hike somewhere. I hiked somewhere this morning. I was up at 6:30, and I did a 13-kilometer hike. So that's 12, just over 12. No, 7.5 miles up hills. So I had a great breakfast this morning when I got back because I certainly earned it today. What about you? What have you done this week?
Well, it's been a good week. You know how a couple of weeks ago you were talking about you have your highs and you have your lows. Today was or this week has just been a good week in general. I've just been feeling really committed, really enthusiastic. I've had a lot of things going on, sort of health wise, that in a good way that I've been trying to work on. And biggest being we're moving right now. So typically what we do is we pack, and then at some point as we're heading out, we take out the trash down 3 flights of steps around. It's not far, maybe a quarter of a mile to the dumpster. So typically, like I said, I'd wait until that happened, but I've been setting myself the goal of once we've got a bag, at the end of the day, I'll just run on down there, toss it in, run on back, and just and basically just as a way of getting extra steps in, extra cardio in, and it kind of pumps up your gets your blood pumping when you have to go up those 3 flights of steps and you're carrying the big heavy bags. Lots of time spent in the pool, proper swimming, and yesterday, for example, we went out and we were out most of the day. We were out looking at stores, and it was typically the American way is you're in a strip mall, you'll park one, go into the store, come out, get in your car, move to the next parking spot, get out, go into the store. But we were just out, going to the store. So just little things that we can think of that will just add 100, 200 more steps is what I've been really trying to focus on, and seeing how that impacts my day to day.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to tell the Europeans when you're in America. They're the ones that walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you've been keeping moving.
I try. Yeah, absolutely.
How are the steps going at your work? Are you still moving around a lot of work?
No, so I've actually been spending sort of less time out and about. I've been more stationary at my desk. But I definitely noticed a bit of a dip in my steps overall. I think I was getting 15, 16, 17,000 steps, and now I'm at 13 to maybe 15,000 steps. So I'm definitely still getting them in. It's just not quite as much as it was before.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So the next slide is one that I did update. Last week, you gave some measurable goals.
Yeah.
Can you remember them?
Well, inches lost off the side, off my weight.
Yeah. So as far as I remember, you gave 2.
Yeah.
One was see a nice picture there. That's where I work up in Munich.
Yeah.
It was down to, was it 30? So getting to.
Yes, it was. It was. Oh, I wrote it down. It's
36 inch.
Yeah.
And also it was lose, I think it was something like 4 more kgs.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the acid test. How many kgs, how many grams, how many ounces have you lost since last week? You don't know because you haven't measured it.
No, I do know actually. I've lost 2 pounds since last Friday. That was measured on Friday. But the only reason I'm kind of hesitant to say is I haven't. I've been having stomach aches a little bit recently, so I've been a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that's true weight loss, which is one of the reasons why I'm a little bit hesitant. Getting into my 36-inch waist, I'm definitely closer towards. I was at the store the other day looking for some jeans, some nice jeans. I was able to get into a pair of 38 Levi's, and from what I understand, Levi's typically run a little bit leaner. So you have brands like the Walmart brands that are they're loose, they're baggy, and typically not particularly the size that they say on the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Levi's I was able to get to 38. Hopefully, I'll be down to 36.
Yeah. We also talked about taking the variance away and getting a tape measure and measuring it that way.
Absolutely.
Funnily enough, I found one today. Lost it years ago, but I've been cleaning up and I found one, so I shall start using that as well. So, so in principle, even though you've had some stomach problems, you're going in the right direction.
Oh, I have absolutely no doubt. In the mornings, I've cut out all sorts of bread. I take a Cliff Bar, which is basically it's basically made for people that hike, for people that don't want to have meal. It's kind of like a meal replacement bar, but they're good quality. They're, from what I understand, they're all natural. So I have that in the morning, and I've also cut down on my bread intake massively. And then for
Really?
dinner,
What made you do that then?
when I started taking Cliff Bars for breakfast, I noticed that it's a really small item. I mean, the bar's about that big, but it was filling me up for easily until lunchtime. And so I thought to myself, well, I clearly don't need to be having as much as I'm having. I wonder if I could go without at lunchtime, for example. So now instead of a sandwich made up of two slices of bread, I'll have a sandwich made up of one.
Yeah.
Number one, it makes the bread go further, so we don't have to buy as much of it. And number two, it's definitely a little bit healthier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you only use one slice, then that's half the bread. Then that's half the spread that goes on the food, on the half the butter or your preferred spread, plus half of the cheese, plus half of the ham, plus half of the everything. So has a knock-on effect, and that's what your nan was asking me. She said, "Well, how can it be that cutting bread out is such a big thing?" I said, "Well, in principle, maybe the bread in itself isn't bad. I don't think it's particularly good, but I said even if there's nothing wrong with the bread, it's you put on the bread you put butter, and I tend to put a lot more butter than I should. And on top of the butter you put something else, and then something else as well. So if you stop the bread, then you stop the rest of it as well." Me and your mum, I can't remember the last time we bought butter. There was
Right.
some butter in the butter dish, and we opened up the dish at one point, and it had gone off. It had been there so long, so now it stays in the fridge. It comes out on occasion. It came out yesterday because I made a good breakfast yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Something different, something completely unhealthy, but
Right.
this isn't a life sentence. This is the way that we're living. So
Mm-hmm.
yesterday we had American pancakes with lots of blueberries, some maple syrup, some butter, and it was good. And neither your mum nor I felt guilty. We enjoyed what we had. We didn't have as much as we would have had. There was a time when I would have made enough mix for about 8 pancakes. I might have eaten 4 of them. Your mum might have eaten 2, and then the other 2 would have possibly been thrown away. But now it was 1 pancake each. Plus, I had half of another one, and then the rest got thrown out. So, yeah, we're getting there. So you're getting closer to your 36s.
Yeah, I think as I'm getting closer to it, more of me is just feeling there's things that I can cut back on, but I'm not really feeling the effects of it. It's not really bothering me as much. Are you hearing the bad audio?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the effects of it, so it's not really a big deal for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe just drop out and come back in again. Maybe you get a different stream coming in. It's certainly much quieter with them gone. Yeah, the wonders of technology. On one hand, you're able to talk to people on a third of the way around the world, free of charge. Great tools like StreamYard here. On the other hand, you soon get disappointed when the performance isn't top class. Right, you back?
Yeah, I am back.
Okay, still not good, but we'll live with it. No problem. Okay, so from me, my goal, as far as I remember, I wrote it down, but I don't have the piece of paper that I wrote it down on. So let me just give this a second. My goal was the concrete weight goal, and it was to get to 85 and to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So 85 kgs. And then there was the distance. But I think it was walk to the US and halfway back or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back and look at what we said in the last live stream. But William, I don't know. I'll be catching up with him later on. He's working. He's sadly missed the show, but I do know that he's keeping well on track. Today's topic, I think we've talked a lot anyway about different stuff. I think you're going through a very interesting time in your life at the moment. You've got a wedding ahead of you.
Yes.
You've got a house to move ahead of you. You've just got financial millstone just about to come around your neck. So those are typically things that drive stress.
Yeah.
And stress is normally something that gets compensated for by overeating. So if you manage to negotiate this and still keep your weight stable, then you're doing good.
I'm definitely, that's something that has been on my mind. I know that in the past, coping mechanisms haven't been great. I'm definitely going to be using this these next couple of weeks and months. For the first time in a long time, I don't know if this is relatable, but I'm actually almost excited to be tackling these problems. I feel for the first time in a long time that I'm pretty well equipped, mentally, spiritually, to attack these problems and not need food, drink, any kind of sort of bad substances to be able to get through these tough times.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll see. The proof will be in the pudding once it's all done.
No, the proof will be in the salad, son. It won't be in the pudding.
It'll be in the salad. Proof will be in the salad.
Okay, so this week's challenges. I don't have any idea. I didn't spend enough time preparing for this. I overslept. I woke up early this morning. I went for a very long walk. I was working.
Oh, looks like Pa checked out. Well, you know what? We're gonna stay on this. Basically, one of the things I've noticed, guys. I mean, we don't really get much one-on-one time. Is we're all going to have these sort of relapse moments. I have them all the time, really. I mean, we come in and we check in on these buff guys, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and we just try and fit it into a half-hour segment. But I have these moments all the time. So sorry, you were saying, Pa?
Yeah, I just got kicked out. So infrastructure problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been hot. I did a load of work yesterday. I did a load of work today and a long walk, and I thought I'd just lie down on the couch for 5 minutes. And then I woke up just before 4 o'clock. So I didn't put too much thought into this. So what about a challenge for this week?
Oh, I think that's a good question. Well, we always have the old ones. We have the go out and hike. We have the go to the gym. We have. I think
Yeah,
we could.
what can you do though? Because it's going to be a busy week ahead for you.
Well, there's not a whole lot I can do, especially Wednesday and Thursday. Um, I'm not going to be able to do much. But
What about 3 fitness videos?
okay, yeah, I think that's doable. Pretty good.
Because you got tomorrow, you got Tuesday, and you got Friday and Saturday.
Okay,
So 3 10-minute videos.
sure.
I've not been doing them, but on the walk today, I'm not getting any faster. I'm doing it, but I realized that the videos really add value. So let's go for that. And what we can do, I know the time difference is a problem for us, but when you've done a video, or when I've done one, put the link of the one that you've done into an email and send it, and I'll do the same, okay? And maybe vice versa.
Sure.
Sound like a plan? At least that way we keep each other honest then, because
Yeah.
I start with good intentions and say, no, I'll do it tomorrow.
Mm,
No, I'll do it on Wednesday.
yeah.
Oh, it's Sunday. I've done nothing, so we can do that then. Sound like a plan?
I think it sounds like a great plan.
Okay. My weight loss is still definitely going the right direction. 94.8 this morning after coming back from my walk. So it was 95 last week, 95 the week before. So I'm still making progress. Makes me feel good. Yesterday, I had a really enjoyable breakfast. As you know, Monday and Tuesday we were up in the hotel, so we didn't undereat, we didn't overeat either. But we've had some good food this week, and what with the exercise, I'm still proud to say that I'm keeping on a good direction, as is your mum. So nothing to complain about there. It's going to be hard to get down to the 85 before Christmas now, because the rate of losses is going down, it's slowing down, but I'll do what I can.
Mm-hmm.
So the steps. Yeah, you've gone right down, really. There was a time when you were blowing it out of the park every single day. So you're keeping in there. I'm really proud to see that you're hanging in. You're not dropping below the 10. Maybe you spend a little bit more time walking around the shop floor when you get to work. Come on, talk to me.
Like you said, I've been used to being maybe not necessarily top dog, but right up there for so long. So that's kind of tough to see for sure.
Okay, see what you can do, because you've got a couple of bad days ahead of you.
Yeah.
And even in spite of the bad days, I will not accept either day without 10,000, okay?
All right.
Come on.
Well, yeah. Okay.
You can do it.
I know I can do it. I know I can do it.
Even if it's 10,001, that's good enough. I see Williams there. He's just coming in on the occasional day just by the skin of his teeth. I see that he's got, that must be 10,001 on Wednesday, but it's still doing it, still going. I've got my goal set at 16,700, and for some reason the Garmin is stuck on daily goal of 16,700. So I'm not trying to change it. That's good enough for me. That's all I can do in the day. So today I've had a good day. Yesterday I had a good day. So I'm not complaining. All in all three of us are keeping each other honest and going in the right direction. So nothing to be ashamed of. So, young man.
Yes.
I guess since we started late, we should finish early.
All righty. Well, I mean, that's your call. I think we've had a good episode though. Covered a lot of ground. You know, it's always fun doing this. Just you and me. Hoping William's doing all right. I think he's just working hard, and that's been a struggle for him. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that tunes in and watches these videos. It means the world to us that you guys set that time out of your day. We're going to be back next week, same time, same place, with as much energy and rigor as today and the week prior. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take care. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, and by the time we get next week, hopefully you can get your microphone fixed, get a big hammer, hit the thing, and do something, and then you can lead us out properly next week. All right, then, everybody.